In this video, let's discuss about flag registers in 8051 microcontroller, that is Program Status Word PSW. PSW is an 8-bit flag register in 8051 microcontroller. PSW gives the status of the current results after ALU operation. Whenever an ALU operation takes place, the result is generally available in accumulator and the status of the result such as carry, auxiliary carry, parity, overflow, etc. are available in PSW. PSW is an 8-bit register. Also, it is bit addressable. That is, any bit of PSW can be set or reset using set B and clear instruction. That is, this type of instruction. For example, whenever this instruction is executed, set B PSW 0.5, this bit will set without altering other bits of this PSW. Similarly, whenever this instruction is executed, clear PSW 0.5, this bit alone becomes 0 without altering other bits content. The structure of PSW is shown in figure. After ALU operation, if carry erases out of MSB, carry flag will set. Otherwise, carry flag will reset 0. Next flag is auxiliary carry flag. If auxiliary carries arises, then auxiliary carry will set, otherwise it will reset. That is, if carry arises from D3 to D4, that is LSB nibble to MSB nibble, then that carry is known as auxiliary carry. If auxiliary carry is there, this flag is set. If auxiliary carry is not there, this flag is 0, reset. Next important flag is parity flag. Here there is a small difference with respect to 8085 microprocessor parity flag. Here, if number of ones in the result is odd, that is odd parity, then only parity flag will set. If even parity is there, parity flag is reset. P is equal to 0. This is just opposite in the case of 8085 microprocessor parity flag. Here odd parity means number of ones in result is odd number. Similarly, even parity means number of ones in the result is even number. Another important flag is overflow flag. It is used in signed arithmetic. If the result after ALU operation is not in the range of signed number, then overflow flag will set. If the result is within the range of signed numbers, then overflow flag will reset 0. How to know whether the number is positive or negative? For that, we can check MSB of the number. If MSB is 0, that means that number is positive. If MSB of the number is 1, that number is negative. So when we are considering positive number, the positive number range is from 0 to 127. By means of an 8-bit number, we can have 256 combination. So 0 to 127 is the range of positive numbers. MSB bit is 0, that indicate positive number. So the remaining numbers, the starting number is everything becomes 0, then it become 1, and finally up to 7 bit everything become 1. So corresponding hexa number is 7F. So from 0 to 127, corresponding hexa number is 00 to 7F. So the positive number range is from 00H to 7FH. So next 128 number is -1 to -128. So total 128 number for positive number and another 128 for negative number. So that total number is 128 plus 128, 256. So in hexa, this range is represented as -01H to -80H. So if during positive number arithmetic, if any results come within this range, that is 00 to 7FH, there cannot create overflow. That means overflow flag under this condition is 0 reset. During sign arithmetic, if the results goes beyond this range, overflow flag will set 1. Another important things about negative number is that all negative numbers are stored in its 2's complement form in a computer system. So to obtain the corresponding positive number, we need to take its 2's complement. Let's see some example in order to get a clear idea. First example is here we are adding two positive numbers 17h and 62h. 7 plus 2 is 9 and 6 plus 1 is 7. So the result is 79h. 79 is coming in this range. So overflow flag won't arise. Overflow flag is reset. Let's see this binary addition in detail. So 17h is represented in this way and 62h is represented in this binary form like this. When we are performing addition, bit by bit addition, this become 1. This is 0 with carry 1. This is 0 with carry 1. 1 plus 0 is 1 with carry 0. Then 1 0 1. This is 1. This is 1. Under this condition, carries are zeros and there is no carry from MSB. That is C7 carry is 0. So when we are considering these results, there is no carry. Carry is 0. There is no carry from LSB nibble to MSB nibble. Therefore, auxiliary carry is 0. Number of 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Odd number. Therefore, parity is odd. If parity is odd, parity flag will set. And overflow flag is 0. Why? Because 79 is within this range. But how computer create this overflow flag as 0? For that, XOR gate is used. Let's refresh the truth table of XOR gate. XOR gate gives output 1 only when these two inputs are differ. If A is 0 and B is 1, output is 1. If A is 1 and B is 0, output is 1. If the inputs are similar, output is 0. This logic is utilized in order to create overflow flag in 8051 microcontroller. In this case, carry C6 and C7 is used as the input to XOR gate. In this, C6 is 0 and C7 is 0. Therefore, similar input. For similar input, output of XOR gate is 0. Therefore, overflow flag is 0. So this logic is used in order to create overflow flag in 8051 microcontroller. Let's consider another example, that is minus 17h plus minus 62h. Answer is minus 79h. For negative number, the range is minus 01 to minus 80h. As minus 79h is lies in this range, overflow flag is reset. Let's see this binary arithmetic in detail. We know minus 17h is negative of 17h. 17h is represented in this way in binary form. Minus 17h is saved in computer system as 2's complement form. In order to obtain 2's complement of this one, we need to start from here and we need to write the first one. If it is 0, we need to start from 0 until this first one. So here the first bit itself is 1. So we need to copy that one here, and remaining bits we need to take its complement. So 1 complement is 0, 1 complement is 0, 0 complement is 1, and so on. We got this number. So minus 17h is this number. Similarly, the binary form of 62h is this one. In order to find out minus 62h, we need to copy till the first one like this, and remaining bits we need to replace with their complement. So 0 complement is 1, 1, and so on. Then we need to add these minus 62 and minus 17h. We can see that the result is this one. So result is in 2's complement form. In order to obtain the actual number, we need to take the 2's complement of this number. How to obtain the 2's complement of this number? In order to obtain 2's complement of this number, this one we need to copy, and from this number onwards we need to take the complement like this. So we can see that this number is 79. So as MSB is 1, It is negative number. So this number is actually minus 79h in its 2's complement form. As mentioned earlier, minus 79h is in between the range of negative numbers, therefore overflow flag is reset. It can be created in hardware by means of XOR logic like this. Here C6 and C7 are the input to XOR gate. As both the inputs are 1, output is 0. Therefore, overflow flag is 0 in this case. Next, let's consider the situation where overflow flag is coming into picture. For that, let's consider example 3, 78h and 68h. Both are positive number. When we are adding these two numbers, we can obtain E0. E0 is out of range of positive number. Therefore, obviously, overflow flag will set. Let's see is binary arithmetic. 68h is represented in this way. 78h binary form is like this. When we are adding these two binary numbers, we can obtain the result E0h. Here number of ones is 3. Therefore, parity is odd parity. Therefore, parity flag will set. There is no carry from MSB, that is C7 is 0. So, carry flag will reset. And there is a carry from LSB nibble to MSB nibble. This carry, that carry is auxiliary carry. As auxiliary carry is there, auxiliary carry flag will set. Next, when we are considering this result, that is out of range of positive number, overflow flag will set. When we are considering the hardware setup, in order to create overflow flag in 8051, C6 and C7 are differ. One is 0 and one is 1. Therefore, the output of this XOR gate is 1. That is overflow flag is set. Now, let's consider the same number in negative form. Minus 68h and minus 78h addition. Answer is minus E0h. 68h binary form is this one. 78h binary form is this one. Therefore, minus 68h is usually represented in 2's complement form of this one. Till this one, we need to copy like this. Then after that, these numbers we need to take its complement like this. Then similarly, this number up to 1 we need to copy like this. Then we need to take complement of these numbers. One complement is 0. This one complement is 0, 0 and 1. Then we can add these two's complement numbers of 62 and 78h. That is negative numbers. And we can obtain this result. That is 2's complement result is this one. In order to obtain the actual number, we need to take again 2's complement of this number. After taking 2's complement, we can obtain the result as minus E0h. As minus E0 is out of range of negative sign numbers, that is minus 0, 1 to minus 80. Therefore, overflow flag will set under this condition also. Here C6 and C7 is the input to XOR gate. So 0, 1 will create output 1. Therefore, overflow flag is set. So from first example and second example, we can see that overflow flag is 0. That means MSB bit in result indicate exact sign in sign arithmetic. That is, in example 1, the MSB of the result is 0. Similarly, in example 2, the MSB of result is 1. As we know, if MSB of the result is 0, that indicate positive numbers. So in example 1, this is positive number, and example 2, this is negative number. So in these two cases, we can see that overflow flag is 0. That means MSB bit in result indicate exact sign in sign arithmetic. MSB is 0, it indicate positive number. In second case, MSB is 1, so it indicate the result is negative. But in example 3, we can see that this number is 1, that is MSB is 1. But we know E0 is a positive number. MSB is wrongly giving an information that this number is negative. Under that condition, we can check overflow flag. If overflow flag is set, we need to take complement to identify its sign. Here the complement of 1 is 0. It indicates the result is positive. Similarly, during this addition, we know that result is minus E0. That is negative number. But when we are checking this MSB, it is 0. It wrongly indicates that the number is positive. So to get the correct sign, as overflow flag is 1, we need to take the complement of 0, that is 1. That indicate the result is negative. So this is the importance of overflow flag. Next flag is user-defined flag F0. Based on programmer requirement, this bit can set or reset. It can be used to on or off a particular device like AC. It requires only one pin in order to on or off by sending 1 or 0 through that pin. It can be set using set BPSW.5 and it can be cleared by means of this instruction clear PSW.5. Next important bits coming in PSW is bank selection bits RS0 and RS1. Let's see the bank selection in ROM in detail. In the architecture of 8051, we have seen that internal RAM of 8051 is 128 byte long for storing data. Out of this 128 byte or 128 location, the first 32 byte or 32 location are available to the programmer as general purpose registers. That is, there are 32 general purpose registers in 8051 microcontroller. In order to reduce number of opcodes in 8051 microcontroller, these 32 number of general purpose registers are grouped into 4, namely bank 0, bank 1, bank 2 and bank 3. In each bank, it contains 8 registers. So the starting address of bank 0 is 00 and finishing address is 07. Starting address of second bank, bank 1 is 08 and its final address is 0F. Next bank address is starting from 10 to 17. Next bank, that is bank 3 address is from 18 to 1F. In each bank, it contains 8 registers R0 to R7 like this. Here the default bank is bank 0. Let's consider an example in order to transfer the content of R0 into accumulator. Move A, R0. Whenever this instruction is executed, content of register R0 of bank 0 is moved into accumulator. As the default bank is bank 0, when we are executing this instruction, content of R0 of bank 0 is moved into accumulator. Suppose I need to transfer the content of R2 registers of bank 2 into accumulator. First of all, we need to activate this bank 2. How to activate this bank 2? For that one, RS1 should be 1 and RS0 should be 0. Under that condition, bank 2 will select. So we need to set PSW.4 and reset PSW.3. That is RS0 is equal to 0 and RS1 is equal to 1. So whenever we are doing like this, bank 2 will get activated. So in order to clear PSW.3, we can use this instruction clear PSW.3. Then in order to set PSW.4, we can use this instruction set BPSW.4. Whenever these two instructions are executed, it activates bank 2. Then we can transfer the content of R2 registers of bank 2 into accumulator by means of this instruction. Similar way, we can transfer the content of any registers into accumulator by selecting desired bank.